So we're driving up to this mine. We came across this, I don't know, camp or something. It's kind of extensive. Here's looking around at all the structures. And Lace saw this. That's thread there on the left, a spool of thread. Not sure what that was used for. Wow.
There's something over here.
Those chairs have seen better days.
There's a pretty good chair.
Looks like a barbecue pit here. Another chair. Old metal plating they put on for the wall. Look at the design on that. Yep, here's the outhouse. This might have been a shower too, maybe. Oh, they had a toilet. They had a toilet in here and maybe a shower. All kind of pipes going across. Up on the ceiling too.
There's a bathtub right there.
There's a bathtub over here. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow. Luxury. They had a bathtub here. There's the pipes for the water. 2 pipes, so they must have had hot and cold. That's pretty fancy for as far out as we are. We're pretty remote out here, up on the mountain.
Green beans.
So this is how we drove in, and we, what's that? Oh, look at that. There's a jar of green beans. Wow, that doesn't look that old. And then Nick was saying, there's a message here. History repeats. And we think this jar, there was a jar like this at the Moser mine in Joshua Tree that had white powder in it. And I'd heard that might have been cyanide used in the processing of ore. So that's either flour or a jar of cyanide. I'm not sure. I'm not going to test it either. But this is quite the place. Let's go check inside the main cabin here. So let's check out this part of the cabin. There's Nick.
Hey guys.
And wow, this is pretty extensive for a mining cabin. Looks like some storage shelves in there. This was locked at one time. And here's inside.
There's a lot of canned food in
green
there.
beans. I know what we're having for dinner.
There's an old mattress. This is another bathroom. There's a tub, and there's where the toilet was. Look at that tile. That's like 1960s, 1970s colors.
Shane.
Yeah. Look at Nick found a bunch of canned vegetables in this room.
I don't dare eat them though, because there's no dates.
What are those, carrots and green beans, and is that about it?
I'm not sure what this is.
Yeah, who knows?
Ew, it's sticky.
And
Sure, those
here's
are beets, maybe.
other
Hey, Nate, crawl down in there, see what's in there.
carrots, and maybe those are beets, I don't know. So here's a close-up of one of these jars of green beans. No dates on these jars, so who knows how old those are. But I'm not going to eat them. And these are definitely carrots.
Some dirt and pine cone.
Yeah, some kind of crawl space. That's kind of creepy. So here's that bathroom I just showed you, and then Up above here in the rafters, there are two big water tanks. There's one there and one right there. That was obviously for this bathroom. They obviously have running water, hot and cold. And this was a kitchen, maybe. Probably a stove right here because there's two pipes going through the ceiling. Some storage space. And then somebody's bed. Look at all these pipes in the ceiling. There's like an array of pipes up here. I wonder what that's for. All these pipes. Well, obviously, one came over here to the kitchen sink. Came down right there, so maybe these were hot water pipes and somehow that was a source of heat. I don't know why they had that many pipes.